okay. Stats is an idiot. Straight up. You just had a dumb moment.
You just went cold?
I went cold open right on your dumb moment.
I am going to punch you in so many places.
God.
I'm just going to reach up here and turn off your camera.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Wednesday night banger of a show, 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast, 10:30 or 11 in the future in our Queensland, Australia office. Shout out to Thunder Dan, as always. Welcome to Technically Speaking Live. And boy, is it ever live. I've said a lot of dumb things on the show. You just said something really stupid.
Oh, yeah, it was
like
awful.
I'm gonna make you own it because you're like,
that's fine.
I got my one phone.
So,
but where's my other phone?
For those of y'all that don't know, I'm one of those poor, unfortunate souls that has to carry two phones, one personal phone and then one work phone, because I don't like work having access to my personal device, this beautiful, new, lovely Pixel 5a 5G. So I had my work phone on vibrate sitting on the table, and I pulled it off just so it wouldn't make any noise during the show. And then I was scrambling around because usually, as a modern millennial gentleman, I don't have my personal cell phone any farther away from me than I can reach it. And I couldn't see it anywhere on the table. And then it dawned on me that it's right here, because we're going to be doing a live test live in living color, filmed in front of a studio audience test to see if we can experience the same camera malfunctions that Tech Odyssey and a few other
you just go straight call them out.
A few other low-grade tech YouTubers have experienced over the last couple of weeks.
Jesus!
Here live on camera.
So what you guys don't understand is Stats had a rough day. A rough day.
I might have gotten 3 hours of sleep last night, so we'll see.
Rough day. Overslept. Lost all the things.
Yep.
Oh, so let's go ahead, and what we want to do, just to kick off the show, because last time you got some like astronomical 30-minute recording with 4K 60. So
yeah, with no
we
problems.
are going to start right now, and we're going to continue to keep it on screen as long as it'll have us.
Oh, okay. So just regular Google, Android, Pixel phone camera.
What are you going to word right?
Yep,
are you stroking out?
Sure not.
Okay, you know what? You handled actually getting it started. How about I'll do this?
Okay. He
is talking about his stats. Are you overheating tonight? He never heated up to begin with. I know. So here's what's going to happen. He's going to turn on 4K 60, is going to show you the screen right here, showing the screen 4K 60, and then he's going to start recording. And he's going to keep the phone in shot right now, and it is going. It is woefully like tilted, but that's not the point. The point is you can see it right now at the bottom. It is in fact recording. I'm going to periodically check. We'll know exactly how long it goes before it shuts off, if it shuts off. He did this recording, and he has the recording to prove it.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, when he was here and not on vacation again. It's a whole other thing.
You didn't do a show last week either.
I had such a massive headache.
I know
it was
you
awful.
did.
Awful. Stats is about to get canceled. This could go incredibly poorly. This could be like a minute and a half. And I blame Stats for this. He wanted to do this. This is not me. This is all Stats.
This is the only thing I could come up with to actually talk about tonight.
There you go.
We'll see.
There you go. That's all I got. Anyway, so looking forward to these camera tests. I do have another camera test coming out. Actually, you're nervous, aren't you?
No, I'm just double checking it.
You got me. I'm whoa nervous right now.
I'm looking at the screen backwards, and when I take a drink, it goes across this camera. It's
then switch
very
to your
strange.
other hand. Don't. Oh my God, you got me. I'm all messed up right now. I'm nervous. My butthole's puckered. Straight, just pucker. So
we do have a relevant question in the chat from Drew. No, I have not upgraded to the 12 beta. So this is still running whatever the most recent Android 11 update is. I did not check that before we started.
No, it might be June, or it might be.
I think it's the June one.
Another relevant question. I wondered who was going to be the first person. Michael, don't have the Pixel 6. Don't have it. Don't have it.
Don't listen to him,
I say it. I say it. None of you believe me, but I truly don't. I literally, I have my 5A right here. None of you believe me, but that's okay. So I'd tell you that we got a great show. We're going to talk about the iPhone 14. Evidently, we're going to just bypass everything related to the 13 and go straight to the 14.
Can we call the iPhone 13 the Apollo 13 since they just want to skip it
straight past it? We're going to go straight past it. Android 12 Beta 5 came out. I believe that is what. Was that Drew or Michael?
No, it's Drew was asking about.
Okay, no, but hello from Android 12. I believe Michael is on beta number 5. Lies, Michael's calling it in the chat. If you have a Galaxy Note 9, you're no longer going to receive firmware updates, which means you need to upgrade your devices. I have a Pixel 8. It's all good. He's had the 6 like years ago. It's a true story. Quick check over on stats. It is still recording. It is in a case too, might I add.
Yeah, it's in the new Ghost Tech covert model in the clear.
I'm so nervous. So nervous. Twitter launched communities, which is basically like Facebook groups and Reddit.
Well, and I saw something today that Google, in their infinite messaging wisdom,
oh Jesus, what do they do?
They're incorporating calls, kind of like the old Hangouts, directly into Gmail.
I actually really like that idea.
So do I, but why did it take you 10 years to figure it out? Just put everything in Gmail.
Innovation. That's why.
Keeping people employed, keeping the economy working.
Dude, did you see the the Blues Clues guy? What? Blues Clues guy made a video about talking about how we're all still friends.
I saw the headline. I never watched Blues Clues, so I did not click on the article. So no, enlighten me, please, Mr. Peachy.
It is a video from several. Well, it's a video from like a week ago or something like that. So it's fairly recent. But a lot of the kids these days grew up watching Blues Clues. My daughter, my oldest daughter, watched him all the time. Used to go boo boo, and it was like the cutest thing ever when she did it. And I absolutely Steve, thank you. I could not think of the word or the name. Also, word. Steve is the guy from Blues Clues. He made such a great 2.5 minute video. Like it made me want to.
What was it about?
He just talked about how I know I disappeared. It was weird. Apologize for going out, but I never forgot about you. I always thought about you. I'm glad that we're still friends, and you're doing a bang up job. Actually, it was talked about how we went from getting clues to getting student loans and all of this other stuff. It was actually a really well thought out little tweet, I guess. So I don't know where it came out on.
Well, that's great.
Kids
it means
these days
humanity is not completely dead.
It's a true story. Checking in, it's still going right now, and we've got. Don't move it. Don't anger it right now.
I'm not going to touch it.
Oh God, I am so freaking nervous.
Can you read the timestamp on the bottom?
Sure can't.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm going to try to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in with my phone.
With your Pixel 5a 5G in the exact same case that I'm using, because folks, that's how long we've known each other, and that's how attuned our minds and our bodies are to each other.
I can't zoom in that close.
We bought the exact same phone case without talking to each other about it.
Whip-oo. Whoop-woo. I tried testing again third-party apps. It's still seen issues, but went 18 minutes with a case outdoors in direct sunlight, 4K. Well, okay, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. That's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
I tried testing again. Third-party apps, still seen the issues, but went 18 minutes with a case outdoors in direct sunlight, sunny 75 and sun. 4K, I'm going to assume you meant 60 frames per second, and then finally got the error Android. Okay, I got to be honest with you. 18 minutes is really good, especially in direct sunlight. My guess is that since the screen is already always on, if you're like me, Drew, you keep the screen fairly bright.
All right.
You're messy. God. Your arm gets in the shot, then it's going to go all haywire. It's just, oh my God. Stop it. Stop it. Jesus H, it's still going. I know it's at least 4 minutes. You succeed in that every day. Yeah, 60 frames per second, 18 minutes. I was pretty shocked. this actually goes on to tell me what I think part of the problem actually is. So, I believe that it's actually related to the camera. I think it's related to Android 11, and I don't know why I'm out of focus. Android 11 for the first major bit, and then the actual camera app itself in some instances. I'm almost wondering, and this is my hypothesis, is like, especially if you're starting to get crazy good times on yours, if it's related to the camera app interacting with other apps, like I have certain apps that you don't have.
Correct.
I'm wondering if it's got something to do with that, meaning that the camera app might actually be the thing that's causing the problems. Completely hypothesis on that on my end.
That's a really interesting thought, because 2 weeks ago, when I surreptitiously did the video test and recorded Scott doing the last 30 minutes of the live show, I didn't have any other apps running. I mean, there's background processes and things like that, but the camera app was the only app that was open. So I think that would also be an interesting test for people in the chat, or you when you're, putting together your next videos, is kind of which combination of apps can you have open and up and actively running and not cause the phone to freak out, or is the processing that's going on using the camera app in 4K 60 mean you have to shut everything else down, swipe them away, turn them off, whatever you want to call it, to make sure that the phone doesn't overheat? So,
are the camera apps the same version on Android 11 versus Android 12? My guess is probably yes.
I'd have to dig into this, the settings of the app itself.
Not 100% sure on that, but this is actually a really interesting test because you can see it. We're doing it literally live.
Yeah.
I know that he's gone at least 5 or 6 minutes straight.
I'm just looking.
Okay.
We're at 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Okay, so you're 9 minutes so far, and no overheating warning or no shutting it down.
And it's about, I don't know, 70, 68 degrees down in this place.
It's cold. It's cold. It's cold in here.
I mean, you got a hoodie on. So.
I got a hoodie on, but I keep it cold in here on purpose. So if the thermostat is set to 68, which it is, and right here is the HVAC, it is not warm in this room.
Yeah, I've got a vent directly over my head. It's not on right now, but
it's probably somewhere between 65 and 68 degrees down here, I bet. Keep that year round, by the way. Let's talk about a little bit of tech.
I thought that's what we were doing.
We kind of were doing this very, very unprofessional.
Also, shout out, I will do this on the regular camera. Thank you very much, Chanel, for the delivery of beer over the weekend.
That was very nice.
Greatly appreciated.
That was greatly appreciated by you. It was also appreciated by me because that means he also helped me build the rest of the A-frame porch swing that I built. Let's talk about LG claims it has a new real folding window display that's as hard as glass.
I saw some pictures of this, and again, it's marketing copy. It's copy. But man, if that's real, that is not either one of my phones.
No, your phone already got one text message, but you couldn't read it on screen.
Yeah, okay.
So if you're texting him, don't.
Or do, because that would be funny. But if that foldable, bendable, no crease, that's just going to up the foldable game even farther. But it'll all depend now that LG is out of the cell phone business. Correct?
They are.
Will they license and sell that to other cell phone or, glass manufacturers
Absolutely.
who provide things to cell phone makers? Or is LG going to get back into the cell phone business?
They will not do that. LG Chem came out with this new coating technology, basically saying that LG Chem says it's thinner than tempered glass, priced competitively, has been tested to be able to endure 200,000 folds, both outwards and inwards, which is unlike its current counterparts that can only be optimized to be bent one single way. That, to me, is absolutely incredible. And I love the idea that we're coming out with this. This goes into my foray of having I had the Samsung Z Fold 3 for like a week.
Hey, Benjamin.
Like a legitimate business week.
Legitimate?
What did I say? Legitimate.
You said legitimate.
Legitimate.
Okay.
Sure, we'll go nuclear. Shut your face. So I had that thing for a business week, 5 days. And I did not like it. I did not like it at all. And I'll make a video about me not liking it. Now, I believe foldables are here to stay. I thought the technology inside of it, by the way, it's still recording. We've got to be over 10 minutes at this point.
Oh, easily.
10 or 11 at this point. I found that the front-facing display was fine. To me, the single biggest failure with the Z Fold 3 for me. This is for me based on my usage, and I'll tell you what I did in terms of the usage. The battery life was awful. And I'm talking about, like, we can do screen on time. Technically, T actually said it best. It's like, I can give you screen on time and in this, that, and the other, but there's so many little tricks of the trade that has to go into, using a phone. Like, it could be, your Wi-Fi signal, the signal in your house, the actual radio signal when it comes to all that other jazz. The battery life lasted until maybe I take it off the charger at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:45 in the morning. 3:15 in the afternoon, it needed a nap.
Ooh, my.
3:15, it needed a nap. Like, almost routinely for all 5 days that I got. And I'm hearing people are going to say, like, you got to train it. Like, you got to train it. I didn't have to train any of my other devices like that. I didn't have to train any of them like that. I didn't have to train an iPhone. Didn't have to train the Note 20 Ultra like that. Didn't have to train any of the Pixels. Didn't have to train any of it to do that. Still going.
I am routinely getting almost 2 full days, 48 hours of battery life out of this 5A straight out of the box. I took it off the charger yesterday morning. So what was that? Tuesday morning. And I didn't put it back on the charger until 6:30 tonight. And that was just because I knew I was coming over here and wanted to run this test. So I needed more than like 6% battery.
Right. I mean, so what I absolutely need it the most for is I wanted to put it through as a productivity device. Like, I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to do Microsoft Teams. I'm going to do Outlook. we don't do Skype anymore, thank God. But I'm going to go through Teams. I'm going to go through Twitter. I'm going to go through music. I did not go through much YouTube, which I thought was really, really interesting. But I also didn't TikTok either. I literally was like, first of all, I was so busy at work when it came to that, but like, I am like a conference call king. I have got to do nothing but conference calls. And so for me, it came down to I used it as a conference call machine, a productivity machine, and it just didn't cripple the device in terms of it was very snappy. Performance wise, it was a performance champ, but battery life wise, like, routinely
if it can't get you through one regular workday to
not without a charge
to where you can plug it in your car on your commute on the way home, that is a real world test that it failed, and that's not going to work for a lot of real world people. Now, like you said at the beginning of this topic, I mean, there are tech YouTubers, tech testers, things like that, who will be able to stretch the device and get the maximum.
But I don't want to have to do that.
Exactly. You want a device that out of the box you can use all day, every day, and not worry about it.
I don't want to have to do that. Like, yeah, see right here, Drew talked about it too, is like, there you go. Teams killed it for me also. I spent all day in calls and just found myself hunting for the charger constantly. Like, I was constantly trying to say, all right, like, I got to have an external charger. Like, if I wanted to work not at my desk right here, I had to constantly think about where's the nearest plug. It was, for me, like, I have battery, like, not FOMO. That's battery anxiety is probably the best way to describe it, is like, I don't want to have to think about it. And then this gets to Jason's point right here, asking, does it make you less excited for the Pixel Fold? It makes me cautiously optimistic for the Fold, because if the battery life was great on the Fold 3, what you guys will see in the video that I'm going to put out from the 5, I did a comparison video of like two that should never be compared to one another. The 5A, a $450 device versus an $1,800 Fold 3 camera comparison test. I did that. And it's going to be coming out. I'm not sure when. Maybe this weekend, maybe early next week. Just depends on when I got to push out the videos. But like the 5A actually held its own, but the Fold looks great. So for me, I actually would have been okay using it from a camera comparison, but I simply could not tolerate how bad the battery life was. Just so bad.
Well, and to follow up on that, to Jason C's question, for me personally, after I don't do the phone type testing that Scott does, but I follow a lot of the same people on Twitter and YouTube and Instagram and things like that. So no, it doesn't make me less excited for the Pixel Fold, just because Google has demonstrated over the last couple of years, starting really with the 3A, that they have, at least so far, figured out how to optimize, and in the case of the 5A, squeeze an absolutely enormous battery into a phone that only costs $450. So, say the Google Fold doubles the price, $900, and doesn't get me 2 full days of battery life or 36 hours of battery life. It only gets me 18 hours of battery life. Guess what? I'm not awake for 18 hours a day, usually. So a Fold that's twice this size, only twice this price, and still gets me 12, 14, 16, 18 hours of battery life, full usability, day-to-day use, I'm buying that 10 times out of 10.
So when you stuck your hand in front of the camera, something popped up, but I don't know what it said. No. I don't know what that said.
Well, there's nothing on the screen now.
It's still going. How many minutes?
We're at 19.
19 minutes straight recording.
So we beat whoever said 18 minutes earlier in the...
I hope somebody's tweeting about this. I hope somebody's tweeting about this, because this is legitimately like live real world test right here.
We should be going viral right now.
No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. We should not be going viral. But what we should be doing is saying, hey, look, if you want to know, like, real world, it's on the screen. Everybody who knows the Pixel knows what the red button and the red numbers at the bottom means. It means it's recording. You guys have seen it live. If you've been watching the show, you can go back and watch the replay. You can see that we've literally done nothing to it. It is in shot. I'm taking a picture of my kingly robe, but that's not the point.
And Tiger Woods, y'all.
Tiger Woods, y'all. So Chanel, you asked a question. Hang on. Before I get to Chanel's question, I want to say to Jason's question, I'm cautiously optimistic about it, because if you could give me the battery life that I'm getting, like, right out of the 5A in the Pixel Fold, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You have got my attention. And if you can make it $1,200 and great battery life and as good a camera as the Pixel 5. I'm not even asking for Pixel 6.
Right.
I'm asking for at $1,200. You say, if it's $1,800, you better give me your best cameras. So Google, if you're listening, if you're going to make me pay $1,800 for a Pixel Fold, you had better give me the best cameras you got. But if you're going to get me at like $1,200, I'll take the Pixel 5 cameras. I'll take the same sensors from the Pixel 5 if you give me the Fold. If you give me that. Whoo, I'm excited. I'm excited now that I'm talking about it, but honestly, I am. And include the Pixel Buds in the box. Why not? Pixel Buds A? That'd be perfect.
And a charger.
That's not going to happen. You're asking too much. You're asking too much. Still recording. We're at just now over 20 minutes straight recording 4K, 60 frames per second. And I can already hear people talking about, well, you're not moving around. Look, we're trying to do the best we can with this test. We're doing the best we got. Mac comes in. Did Scott show everyone the Pixel 6 yet? I don't have a Pixel 6, Mac.
This show is all about testing the 5A.
We're all about testing the 5A right now.
All right, so back to Chanel's question.
Did I... Mostly question for you, though, was you using mostly the small screen or the big screen for
the Fold? I
would say equal parts. I use the big inside screen for my conference calls, because I actually just tilted it up. So it has the ability to do, like, obviously it folds, but you can just open it up a little bit instead of laying it like a book. I opened it up kind of like this. so I could, like a big loser that I am. I know that's gonna come back to me. I know somebody's gonna edit that, but I opened it kind of like that, so I could do the conference calls and still use the camera. I found that the internal camera, the under display camera, added like a weird haze, and you guys will see this in the video that I don't know if I actually took a photo of that. I know I took a photo of it. I don't know if I included it though. I don't know. More to come on that. I mean, but again,
more edits
to come. Like, the idea is it looks a little more fuzzy. Doesn't look as sharp compared to the other ones.
Right.
And it is what it is. That is going to be a massive file. 4K 60 for 20 plus minutes is going to be a massive file.
Well, when I did it 2 weeks ago, the photo app broke it into 2 files, and the smaller one was like 8 gigs. So, yeah, I'm going to have to delete these when the show's over just to save space on the phone.
All you got to do is screen cap the fact that it was what it is, the size that it was, the distance that it was, and we'll go from there.
The timestamp, I believe, is what you were looking for.
Thank you. The timestamp. It is like a halo effect. It really, truly was like a halo effect using Teams for conferencing. That's exactly what happened to me. So, okay, we talked about LG. We went back to the Pixel. We're still recording 21 plus minutes straight of 4K 60 on a 5A, which, again, let me quick recap of those that may have been joining in as to, one, why we're doing it, and then two, what working theory I have right now. Why we're doing it is to show that not all of them have a problem, basically.
And or it's user error by Tech Odyssey.
Why do you gotta call him out like that?
Because he's not in the chat to defend himself.
Didn't even give him a chance to call him. Okay, I didn't say that. That was stats. But what I actually believe is it's either related to Android 11 or it's related specifically to the Google Camera app. That's what I believe. So my working theory is the issue is related to the camera app itself. And Drew earlier, who's in the comments, did a test for me, and I also did the test, but I'm an idiot, so his test is better. Third-party app went straight 18 minutes before he got a heat warning on a third-party app. Whereas earlier in the day, I think he said he had done it and only got around 4 or 5 minutes.
Right.
So my working theory is it's something related to either Android 11 or now it's related to the camera app itself. And now I think it's related to the camera app and its interaction between other apps on your phone. Reason why I say this is because Stats and I do not have the same apps on our phones.
Not even close.
Not even close. And he is having no issues, as you can see on screen right now. It is still going. Stats, just lean forward. Don't upset the apple cart. What are we looking at?
We are approaching 25 minutes.
25 minutes straight. The burning question can be the burning question can be the 5A in the last half hour. If that device doesn't burst into flames, we're winning.
Or if it doesn't run out of battery, because when I started the video, it was at 43%. So we'll see.
We're gonna find out how good that battery life is with screen on and 4K 60 all the time.
Right?
Hello, heat. John Prosser.
Oh boy, he was all over the place today.
John Prosser was not making friends with anybody related to iPhone or Apple, anything like that. John Prosser, whom, according to Mac rumors, is just deemed as leaker.
I mean, there's worse things to be known as.
I guess, but I mean, you could call him by his name. Says that the iPhone 14, not the 13, not the one coming out in a few weeks. No. Forget that one.
He's leaking 12 months into the future.
Talking about how the iPhone, this is effectively what the iPhone 14 is going to look like, is it is going to have no forehead, no notch, no forehead up at the top. It's going to have just a single teardrop design right in the middle. Boop. And then also on the back, there is not going to be any camera bump. So it's going to be one slab of just beautiful.
So I wonder if they've been able to reduce the thickness of the camera sensors, or if they have increased the thickness of the phone overall to house them.
Just increase the thickness, put more battery in.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you have to do. People are okay with being thick. Trust me, we lived through COVID.
Yeah,
be thick.
I randomly saw that what was it, the Energizer battery phone that lasts for like a month,
17 days.
You know, that randomly popped up in my newsfeed again today for some reason. I don't even know why, but yeah, I don't
it stopped. It stopped.
Well, okay then.
So so check the recording ticket so you don't show any of the naughty pictures.
Yeah.
None of the naughty bits. Is it hot?
It's warm. I mean, it's not that hot.
Okay, that's fine. What was the recording?
Hang on. I got it.
Okay. That was good. That was really good scientific. Look, I'll be honest with you. I am very happy with the fact that you went 20 plus minutes.
So there's two files.
Two files.
One of them is 19 minutes and 46 seconds. The other one is 6 minutes and 59 seconds. So 27 minutes. Just
27 minutes straight. So here you go. Right here, live on air. 27 minutes straight of nothing but his left shoulder being recorded. That's really impressive for 4K 60 frames a second. Screen cap your stuff and then delete those files, because how big are they?
Well, so the 7-minute one is 3.8 gigs.
Oh boy.
The let's see, the almost 20-minute one is, hang on, let me pause it.
I'm gonna say 9.3.
11.
Oh, that's a file. That's thick,
so
boy.
Yeah, we're at almost 15 gigs on my phone of it just being right here doing nothing. Now, what I will say,
battery life. What's the battery percentage?
I'm down 28. So
28?
Yeah, it took 15% off.
Look, that's not bad.
But what I will say, interestingly enough, 2 weeks ago when I did the test over here off camera, I had no case on it.
That's what I'm wondering, is if the case was another insulator.
Yeah.
And so that, again, for in the case, 27 minutes, just a little over 27 minutes. Still impressive for 4K 60. I don't know many people that would do that. I know Adam records a lot in 4K 60 and he'll just cut the camera on and talk and go.
Right.
So this would not be something that he would do, which is totally fine. But the idea is for the majority of the masses, that's pretty darn good. Thick 4K files. That's right. Thick. Triple C. Okay, now that we've done that, Google says Android 12 is a few weeks away, makes beta available on the Pixel 5a, so you can get the newest software on the newest phone. But did it overheat or did you run out of space? That was an overheat.
Yeah,
he didn't run out of
space.
We
didn't get the actual warning, or at least I didn't see it. I'll go back and watch the end of the file after the show, but my guess is it shut itself down because I've got plenty of space on the phone since I deleted the files from the previous test.
So people who are running the beta is not going to know much of a difference between beta number 4 and beta number 5. We're basically in the end game now. We're in the end game now as it relates to Android 12. Few weeks away. That means we're probably looking at early October when you see Android 12. I have Android 12 on my Pixel 4 XL.
I mean, you know what day they're going to drop it.
I don't.
The day you turn 50.
So I don't turn 50, but there is a special day in history.
45.
Also not that number at all. I don't even hit the 4 numbers yet. A special day in history is the 4th day of October. Just going to throw that out there.
I like the 3rd better.
3rd is a phenomenal day in history. Arguably one of the greatest. But they're saying that right now the beta number 5 is without a ton of risk. So if you want to basically know what Android 12 is like, now is the time, because it's entered its quote-unquote platform stability. Platform stability means Android beta 5 is as close to what you're going to get to the official version.
Have you downloaded 5 yet, or are you still running 4?
I don't know. Nope, I updated to 5 today.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm either on 4 or 5. Either way, like they're saying in this, The Verge is saying effectively right now, you're not going to get much of a difference
right when
you're running between the two. But I have no problems with the beta at all. Like Slang is saying right here, is Android 12 is great. I have no issues at all. I was even on like beta 1, beta 2. I had no issues at all.
When they dropped the first 12 beta, you downloaded it live during the show on like 3 of your devices.
Yeah, I know. I really, really like it. I think it looks great. I do enjoy the colors, the material design. I enjoy basically all of that. Pretty soon, Scott Peachy in material you design. That's true. I will be in material design. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
He's going to be a material girl.
I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world. And I am a material girl.
I'm sorry, folks. I shouldn't have put that thought into his head.
Osmo Mobile. DJI made another pocketable gimbal that nobody wants to use. Nobody wants to use it.
Why does nobody want to use it?
They made a smartphone stabilizer into a steady telescoping selfie stick. They basically made an...
I thought we killed selfie sticks.
Nope. They're coming back with a vengeance. Coming back with a vengeance in the TikTok world. And the TikTokies. I have a very cool piece of machinery, though. Let me see. Let me get the box. No!
Nope. Just knocked it over.
Not that one.
Would you like me to get you the thing?
Sure. I got a video coming out about this in probably a few weeks. This is the Obs Bot. Obs Bot. Yes, it's that. The Obs Bot. Obs Bot. Here is the Obs Bot.
Yeah. Obs Bot or Obs Bot.
Obs Bot or Obs Bot. So this thing right here, this is something that I saw watching. Who was I watching? I don't remember who I was watching, but this little guy right here, this is a camera. Not really a camera. You put your phone right here, and then this little lens right here, when you turn it on, it will follow you. It will look for your face, and
so
it's a
tracking.
It's a tracking camera, but it's obviously not. It is not itself recording. That's why you put your phone right here, and then when you move, and you're using your own phone to record, it's following you, and you stay in frame. So it is freaking dope.
It's slightly less creepy than that tracking camera video display that Facebook rolled out a couple of years ago.
Correct. Same technology.
It doesn't record you.
But it doesn't record you. It is like AI tracking, no app required. So basically, you turn it on, you hold your hand up like this, the light flashes from green to blue, and then you start to move, and it actually starts to move with you. So this is actually the thing. This thing is really freaking cool, but when you use it, it looks just like this. You put your regular old phone in there. It can be Android or iPhone. It doesn't actually matter, but it works just phenomenally well. It's like the coolest thing. I put it on a Joby GorillaPod and use it just fine, and it follows me around, no problems at all. It's really, really cool. So again, I go back to that. I would much rather, and I don't remember how much I paid. I think I paid like $120 some odd for that. And DJI made something that can't do that. You have to use their own app to get all of the things. And they made something that no one cares about. I said what I said. I mean, I'm not making any friends. I would love to partner with DJI. I wouldn't use that though, personally. I just, the stabilization on cameras have gotten really, really good. And you can see that in any of my comparison videos, all those comparison videos that I put out are all handheld. And even the mid-range price point devices, they have great stabilization. The TCLs of the world, they all have good stabilization. The Pixels, obviously, Samsungs, iPhones. I think we're getting out of the fact that you need something like that, unless you're really specifically going for like rock climbing. But the normal person doesn't need that. You can handhold basically everything you need.
Or yeah, I mean, if you're trying to record yourself while you're jogging or skateboarding or something, a stabilized exterior gimbal might help in that. But like you said, for standard vlogging, for just walking around an empty soccer field, recording 3 cameras staring at your face while you do a comparison video like Scott does, I mean, yeah, the auto stabilization software is great.
Why you gotta take shots at me like that? What did I do to you?
Because I can.
Seems aggressive. Like I didn't do anything to you. You want to talk about it?
I'm trying to get to the end of the video like Chanel asked, but no, there was no error or warning on the notification shade when I pulled it down. So maybe I just have a really special device that...
No, you don't. You're not special. I'm telling you, it's really got something to do between the camera app, the apps that you have, and the interaction between them all.
Yeah.
It's got to have something to do with that. That's the only thing that I can think of, because it's always... Android is notorious for having like weird app interactions with one another. My guess is this is something that's very similar to that. That's, again, my working assumption. Jeez, dude, I'm tired. Lord have mercy.
Well, normally we'd be done by now.
I know. I feel like we should be done by now. My God. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about, to be completely honest.
Well, I mean, the only other thing I saw today, but I hate giving this guy any press, is Facebook has partnered with Ray-Ban, actually Luxottica, which is the parent company of Ray-Ban, to bring out AR glasses. So somebody else is trying to jump on the AR glasses trend, and we'll see. From a technological standpoint, from a design standpoint, from an engineering standpoint, I think it's brilliant what people are trying to do. Personally, I just don't see the benefit. My eyes still work pretty well. I don't need random digital things popping up in front of my face while I'm trying to cross the street or, read.
You don't think that would be cool?
Not that it wouldn't be cool. I just don't know if it would give me an ROI that would justify the cost of whatever it's going to be for me personally.
You mean it? So okay, let's talk about this, because you wear contacts, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're wearing contacts, you put something in your eye. Would it be nice to be like, or it's like some sort of like gesture to pop up
a gesture for you
to pop up some sort of information, like you could scroll on screen in your eye?
I would be willing to try it out. I'd be a test subject if anybody wants to sign me up and pay me for it. But I would see it more from, like we can with the Pixel Buds right now. You can tap or hold and it'll read your notifications to you, so you don't have to take your phone out of your pocket. So that's where I would see the use case for it, whether in a glasses functionality or a contact lens. Is somebody sends me a text message, my phone's on the other side of the house, I can double tap my temple or something and
see what I mean? Like there's some sort of something.
But what have all the other Google Glass and everything else, all these ARs, they want to show you ads. They want to show you walking directions. They want to show you the menu of the restaurant you're looking at across the street.
That makes total sense in today's landscape. A lot of restaurants are going to that virtual.
And I'm sure that's fine. But for me personally, I care less about that than I do about the notification stuff.
Well, you can turn off the notifications, though. Like, I would love to have the ability to be like, hey, keyword, what's the distance between here and here? And I don't have to, like, it's smart enough to realize that Google's very good at this. I didn't know if it was listening. It's very good to realize, like, it could give you the contextual awareness of the answer that you're asking for.
I mean, it would be useful. Hey, keyword, take me to the closest Dairy Queen.
Or, hey, keyword, buy me a coffee at blah, 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 blah. Do it, and then you just walk in. Like, you can do that now pretty much with your phone.
Yeah.
Or pretty darn close. But yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, more power to them. They obviously have more than enough money to put into this and see if they can make it work. Again, I would be very suspect from a privacy standpoint from that particular company, but who knows? Maybe they'll change the world again.
Chanel mentions there's not a lot of difference between alerts on your glasses and alerts on your watch.
I don't wear a watch.
Oh my God, here we go, Mac, right here. Boom. Iron Man style holographic keyboard. That'll be the next huge tech thing. That would be dope. Like,
again,
I would still have awful typing.
Yes, but I would say Ivy Mac, for somebody that is the world's best typer, never misses a key, can, do 1,000 words a minute, a holographic keyboard would be great. But we have text to speech. Whoa, that was weird.
Oh God.
We have
Rectum.
We have talk to text right now. I use that every day because I don't want to type on a digital keyboard on my phone. So again, for me personally, I have no use case for a holographic keyboard because I don't want to type as it is.
I use the crap out of voice to text. That is one of the single biggest reasons why I always stay with Pixels, because the voice to text is just, for me, that much better. That much better, in my opinion.
Yeah. The only problem is when you're in spotty cell signal, sometimes it doesn't listen to you and you have to yell at it 2 or 3 times.
I have said my fair share of curse words at the big G for that one. All right, I'm not going to belabor the point, much like I do in my regular life. If I don't have anything to say, I'm not going to try to fill it with random stuff. Stats, where can they find you?
Helix Island on the tweet machine, Country Smith on the Instagram.
I'm exhausted.
Anywhere else you know how to get a hold of me.
I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. Promise to come back with a better show, but this was a very, very special show when it came to proving the point that you can do 27 minutes straight recording 4K 60, which is more than enough for almost everybody.
For 99% of cell phone users, yeah. Most people, as we discussed a couple weeks ago, are never even going to turn on 4K 60 because they don't know how.
True story. It's true story. You can find me at Scott Peachy on Twitter, at the Scott Peachy on Instagram. And you will see me here next week, 8:30 p.m. So the new time going forward will be 8:30. My oldest is actually in swimming, so it is a very, very late swim, not lesson, but swim team, I guess you could say. So
practice.
Swim team practice. So, all right, buddy. We'll see you next week, or are you on vacation again?
Nope, I'll be here.
All right, we'll believe that when I see it. So, all right, y'all, be good or be good at it. We'll see you again next week.
Bye-bye.